Hello everyone, Jeff and Jay here with Jay's Big Adventure, and today we're going to do something a little different. It's 100 degrees here in Salt Lake City, and our swamp cooler is just not cooling like it used to, and my guess is the media needs to be changed, so that's what we're going to do. One of the things I want to do is measure the incoming air temperature so we can see exactly what's going on, and it's just right at 90 degrees. Roof temperature is 101, so it's only about 11 degrees of a drop, and that's the problem. It should be at least double that. So let's replace the elements and see how much of an improvement we get. Always make sure your ladder is on firm footing and is extended far enough above the roof that you won't have any trouble getting back down. Getting up is the easy part. Coming down is the hard part. Ask any cat. So we just got our solar panels installed. That's a great deal. It's been making power every single day. That's a whole separate video coming up. Here's the swamp cooler. So it's gotten quite rusty on the bottom edge, so we are going to sand that down, repaint this, and replace the filter media. And to get that media out, you just lift up on the bottom and pull it out, and it pulls right out. And here's our pump. And the pump runs water up to the top of these panels and drips down through there. And then this media evaporates the water, which drops the temperature, which is why a swamp cooler works. I do not know if this is going to show in the video, but this is pretty well plugged. That media is pretty much solidly plugged. Otherwise, you'd be able to see sunlight through there. I'll show you the new one once we get that installed. To make this easier, I'm just going to lower these panels down over the roof with a strap from a little come-along that I had. I don't want to try to balance a 20-pound panel and climb down the roof at the same time. Just like that. To get the media out, we're just going to bend these wires and they pull out just like that. We're going to start with the cross piece here. Now that side is out. And sometimes you just have to wiggle it, but it is out and free. So I laid the old filter on top of the new one, and as you can tell, I need to do a little trimming. So I've just marked that with a Sharpie, and now we can just cut this with scissors. Always make sure you use your mom's best scissors for this. Just like that. Now we're just going to lay this back in here. And tuck in the edges and put the wire mesh back on. Now we're going to roll it over and deal with the rust. Remember, when using power tools, eye safety is of utmost importance. With a little more preparation, this is actually rusted all the way through. So I'm still going to paint it and just patch that up a little bit, but it looks like next summer we're going to need a new swamp cooler. We're just going to use long overlapping strokes. Okay, let's see what a difference this has made. It is now 102 outside. And we're now at 76 degrees. That's a huge drop. So this was a really successful project. All right, Jay, what do you say we go get a beer? Hey, buddy, did you start without me? Good job. You earned it. So as it turns out, these new filter elements are so much more efficient than the old ones that the water is splashing down and getting aspirated by the fan. So it's actually blowing water into the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that line from the pump and put a ball valve in it to turn the water down a little bit, and that should help. So what I've done is I've just added a T-fitting with a ball valve. So now I can control the water flow and cut down on the water coming out of here. And that should help with the splashing. That's the plan. The other trick that I did to make this more efficient is to put in a 1-inch larger pulley on the motor, which spins the fan at a higher rate. So now the low speed is about halfway between low and high high is frickin' supercharged. It's fabulous. So here is our supply line for the swamp cooler, and the last modification of the day is we're just going to install this filter in the line, and then I'm just going to attach this to here so that it won't have any weight on it. But that should help with some of the calcification issues. At least that's what they claim. Let's see if they're right. First thing we're going to do is to slide this over the edge of the hose. And then this guy. And now this guy. Hey. There. Just like that. So the swamp cooler project was a complete success. We dropped the temperature quite a bit from where it was. The system is quieter and it no longer is blowing water onto our hardwood floors, so that's a good thing. All in all, I'd say that's a pretty good day's project.